Well, it's been a year since I've had the Triumph Tiger 900 Rally Pro, and time for a birthday present. I decided to splurge on some auxiliary lights. As you can see, I've got a couple of D3 from Denali Electronics D3 spotlights. I've got some additional selective yellow lenses. The lights come with hybrid lenses here. You can see there's a hybrid lens in the pack. So it already comes with a spot lens fitted, and then it comes with that hybrid lens in the pack. And I additionally bought these selective yellow lenses. They look like hybrid lenses as well. Includes 2 spot and 2 spot hybrid lenses. So it's 4 lenses in there. Excellent. And it comes with this little bit of an adapter. Don't think I'll need that. This time, instead of the CANSmart controller, I went with HEX EZCan. So I've switched it up a little bit. HEX EZCan. I've got the controller here. The wire, what is this? For Triumph bikes. This is the wiring cable kit here, and this is the actual controller. I'm not going to unbox it right now. I'm just showing the kit that I got. I've also got a B6, similar to the B6 that I've got on the RS. So I'm going to put a B6 on the Triumph. So the B6 comes with, what is this? B6 brake light adapter cable. So that is included. And to mount it all, I had to get some mounts, some clamp mounts to clamp it onto the crash bars. And I got these ones. Instead of getting the Denali mounts, which cost like $80 each, I got these mounts off of Amazon. So Chinesium. They come with a couple of 1 to 1 1/4 inch adapters and a couple of 0.75 to 1 inch sleeves, I should say. And this is the mount. They're pretty darn robust. They're blocky. But what I like about this one is that there's a ratcheting kind of a connection here. Not ratcheting, but it's got teeth. That's good and bad because you don't have infinite rotational angles. You got to go in steps. But once you've got your right angle or your best angle selected, it isn't going to move. It's not going to rotate on you. And so that's at least one adjustability that's locked in place by this kind of a, toothed arrangement. I kind of like that. The only problem, like I said, with this thing is got all of this mass. And this is it's fairly heavy. There is nothing flimsy about this Chinese design. Very, very good, very strong. And it comes with 2 sets of sleeves. Like I said, the 0.75 to 1 inch and the 1.1 to 1.25 inch sleeves. It comes with screws, Allen keys, and everything. So I'll put links to all of this stuff in the description below. But this is where I intend to mount it on the bike. So I'm going to keep the factory fog lights. I'm not going to mess with that because if I ever were to sell this bike and take these Denalis off, at least I'll be able to sell the bike with the fog lamps that came with it. But as you can see, there's some clearance here. If there's a crash, I didn't want to mount it on the outside here because if there was a crash, then the Denalis would get damaged. But this way, if there's a crash and this goes down and this deforms, there is a chance that this bracket will scuff this. But you probably can buy this piece here. This is a trim piece. You probably can buy this piece, so it shouldn't be a problem. But there is clearance between the bracket and the standard fog light, so that's not a problem. I can slide this up a little bit if I wanted to, but I wanted to kind of keep it away from this thing here. So that's why I've put it here. And so I just did a test fit here just to see how it would look. And I think it looks pretty darn good. That's a good location for that light. I've got to look up and see which orientation, if it's the two LEDs at the top or the 2 LEDs at the bottom. I think it's the 2 LEDs at the bottom. I'm not sure, but I'm going to look that up and decide. But this is the rotating mount that I was talking about. You see how you can rotate, and I like that because it's not you know, at the same angle as the clamp. Because obviously with the clamp sloped in this direction, you know, that thing would have been at an odd angle. This way I can rotate it and get it a little bit more flat. So with this adjustment of this part here being flat, and then this can rotate 360 degrees about a vertical axis, and then this can be adjusted for up and down. What I intend to do is to install this another time. I won't install it today because it's very hot. And I'll install this another time and test it out with the spots first to make sure that I get the aim. So I'll test it out in real world after installing it in my garage. Test it on real world, make sure I've got that aim perfect. And then I'll tighten everything down real tight. And that's the final position that it'll be in. And then I'll start using, swapping out the lenses for the hybrid lens and the most likely I'll, you know, typically ride around with the selective yellow lenses, but for now, the hybrids will go on at least on one side. I had that arrangement with a hybrid lens on one lamp on the tracer, and the other lamp was a spot, and that worked really, really well. That was a very narrow focused beam. So that's not like this one. This one will have more of a nice spread, and it should be better than the D2s that are on the RS. The RS has got this D2 light here, and they do a very good job of lighting up the road. But I expect with three LEDs and a more modern or a newer design, the D3 is a newer design, I'll get even better lighting on this Tiger. Oh, another thing I wanted to mention. Aside from this was bought in the States from Revzilla. But all of this here was bought from A Bike Thing in the UK. So I've read reports of people buying in the States, buying from this guy in the UK, A Bike Thing. I'll put a link on the screen. And yeah, they said it worked out real good, and they got their stuff, you know, pretty fast. I can tell you, from the time I ordered it to the time I got it, came with DHL. And from the time I ordered it to the time it arrived in my hand, and this was, it arrived in Houston in less than a week, just under a week. But we had Hurricane Beryl, so it was delayed in Houston, sitting in Houston, I guess. But yeah, and the best part is because it was like $100 cheaper for the controller than if I had bought a Denali CANSmart controller. So this controller from HEX EZCan was about $100 off. So that's the real reason why I bought it from the UK. He sells these bundles together for your bike. So the harness is shipped, the wiring and everything is included in the bundle, and hopefully it should be a nice straightforward install. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, consider subscribing, leave a comment below. What lights did you install on your Tiger 900 Rally Pro? And did you get your stuff from locally, or did you get it from A Bike Thing or any other online retailer? Let me know in the comments below. See you in the next video. Take care.